The era of the Phantom Squad in Guyana did not arise on its own. Its roots lie in the violent crime wave that followed the breakout of 5 dangerous inmates from the Georgetown prison on February 23, 2002. Andrew Reds Douglas, Dale Moore, Troy Dick, Shawn Brown, and Mark Fraser. Their escape reshaped the country overnight. For years, it has been reported that these men did not simply overpower guards and flee. Instead, powerful figures allegedly facilitated their release to carry out a specific task, a task they completed, only to find themselves abandoned afterwards. Cut loose, without protection or financial support, the men turned to armed robberies, hijackings, and gun battles with police. What began as a covert mission spiraled into a national security nightmare. Communities along the East Coast and in Georgetown braced for nightly robberies, standoffs, and killings. It was in this atmosphere of fear and retaliation that the Phantom Squad emerged. A clandestine force operating outside the Constitution. Unmarked cars, masked gunmen, and a wave of targeted killings that bore every hallmark of extrajudicial execution. Victims were taken from their homes, dragged from vehicles, or intercepted on the streets, and many were found dead long before any court could hear their case. Behind the headlines, even darker stories circulated. A location in Norton Street, Wortmanville, whispered about as a house where bodies were taken, cut up, and disposed of to erase evidence. At the same time, one funeral parlor was rumored to have received dozens of bodies quietly outside official records. These stories deepened the fear that a hidden machine of violence was operating with impunity. The human cost was devastating. Andrew Douglas, wounded in a gunfight, faced a terrible choice. He knew seeking medical attention meant immediate capture and likely execution. Unable to move and bleeding, he was reportedly killed by his own associates, a mercy killing carried out to spare him a worse fate. As Douglas, Moore, Fraser, Brown, and Dick fell one by one, the crisis did not fade. It evolved. The Phantom Squad expanded beyond escapees to suspected criminals, activists, and even civilians, anyone who could be labeled a threat. Communities lived in terror, never knowing whether approaching headlights belonged to police, criminals, or the shadow force operating between them. Years later, US court documents would reference a death squad in Guyana equipped with surveillance technology and claiming unofficial ties to state actors. These revelations echoed what families had whispered for years, that some killings were not random violence, but orchestrated operations. 2 decades later, the wounds of the Phantom Squad era remain open. Families still do not know what happened to their sons. Communities still speak of the Norton Street cut-up house. They still remember the funeral parlor where bodies arrived silently in the night. Guyana needs a full, independent, public investigation. Without truth, there can be no justice. And without justice, Guyana cannot break free from the shadows of its past.